COVID helped accelerate the endpoint security adoption, specifically for our partners, which have been killing it in the managed EDR throughout the pandemic. Sales for this product line alone has increased by over 150% during COVID. And this has been a key component to protecting end users when they are off network.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer Zarate with CRN TV, here with Masergy's Trevor Parks to talk all things security. Thank you for joining me today, Trevor.
You're welcome. It's good to be here.
And it's a pleasure to have you on. So now with this shift in how companies do business in this work from anywhere environment, can you talk about some of the work from home security risks and the opportunities this presents partners with?
It's a great question. The opportunities that partners have today is really massive. Security is a business problem, and it's the largest revenue opportunity for partners today, in my mind. Board executives and business leaders, they want to know the likelihood of a cyber incident occurring and the impact of the company's ability to produce and sell its products or services, as well as the potential impact on the brand. In 2020, ransomware cases grew 150% from the previous year. And up through July of 2021, it's already surpassed that number. So through the rest of this year, the ransomware cases are already going to be setting record levels. And also, according to the data breach report by IBM that was recently released this year, when 50% of employees are working remotely, it takes companies almost 60 days longer to detect and contain a breach. The average cost of a data breach is over $4 million. And that cost is increased by over $1 million when a remote worker is the causing factor of the breach. This opportunity for the partners is massive.
And with that jump in numbers, where are you seeing these attacks happen?
The number one attack vector, what I see, is usually remote workers, because the attack surface is so wide today with the expansion of the remote workforce. And that's the endpoint where the users actually are residing. So that's their laptops. They could be working from home. They could be working from a Starbucks, a hotel, or in the office. That is where the number one attack surface is right now, the user.
So how is Masergy helping partners contain these breaches while addressing customer concerns?
We train our partners in such a way where it's where they can actually have a comfortable conversation with our customers, and it's more of a consultative selling approach. We assume that our partners are trusted IT advisors. So this is a nice complementary conversation we have, and we coach them on questions they can ask that will lead us down the road to solve problems for them. Typically, one of the best things that I've seen is asking questions that are not security in nature, but open up the opportunity for them.
And could you give us some examples of those type of questions that partners should be asking customers to take advantage of security opportunities?
Absolutely. Usually what I like to do for our partners is coach them on questions that will lead to sort of a self-assessment of their customer's security posture, such as, who is monitoring security alarms at 3 a.m. in the morning on weekends? Or maybe, what is your process to mitigate an incident once something actually has occurred? Or how is access to companies' critical assets? How is that controlled? How is it monitored? For security violations that may be occurring from mobile users or really anywhere on the network. And finally, a really easy question to ask is, do you know how long it'll take you to recover from a security-based incident like ransomware? The operational cost to recover is usually far bigger than anyone realizes. I found these types of conversations are really easy and helps uncover security gaps, and they know exactly where to start.
And how is Masergy driving services within the channel? More importantly, around how the company is helping partners generate recurring revenue?
I love that question. Masergy, we have a suite of tools where a lot of our partners are already in there selling voice, SD-WAN, things of that nature, and it's an easy upsell to actually add on those services. With our SD-WAN product alone, there's an easy way to add security to that product with our SASE offerings today. There's checkboxes that will offer some security monitoring of those solutions. And if customers really want to add another layer of security into their portfolio, they can actually add in some of these other solutions, such as manage EDR onto their SD-WAN deployment or active threat monitoring and response. We have a lot of options to help those partners continue to get sticky and grow the revenue for them.
I'm now joined by Keith Hadley, co-founder and partner at Cloud Communications Group, a technology expense management and IT advisory firm and Masergy partner. Thank you for joining me today, Keith.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on. So what has been the work from home problem from your perspective, from the initial hit of the pandemic to the hybrid world we now live in?
It's really been a combination of things. I think the first thing is IT organizations just scrambling to make sure that their employees have the tools that they need to work from home. But then certainly as it relates to this conversation, more specifically on the security side, now what you've done is just completely open up the attack vectors and threat services that the bad guys have an opportunity to attack. So it certainly made things complex for our clients.
So specific to security, what separates Masergy from the competition?
Well, I think it's the reputation that Masergy has built over the years in the network services space. So they had some unique differentiators. They had some really good people, and then they provided a high level of support to those customers. And now when you couple that with some of the macro environmental issues and folks moving to work from home environments, it doesn't surprise me. It makes perfect sense that you're seeing more and more folks reach out to the Masergy team to help them provide some of these security solutions into their customer base.